Yes, can I order a large chicken cutlet?
Lettuce, tomato, mayo, cheese.
A large chicken cutlet?
Okay, lettuce, tomato, mayo, cheese.
I'm sorry, did you hear me?
You said large chicken cutlet grinder, right?
Yes, large chicken cutlet grinder.
All right. Would you like to have
Did you hear me?
Tomato?
Pacino's at Hamden House. Jamie speaking.
Yeah, hi. I wanted to order some pizzas.
Okay. What is your name?
What's my name? My name is Richard Fitzwell. Most people call me Dick.
Should I put you in as Dick?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And what kind of pizzas did you want?
Oh yeah, I forgot what we was doing after that line. I like some pepperoni on it.
What size did you want? Small, medium, or large?
The largest.
Large pepperoni?
Yeah. Now we are talking about the nipple, right?
I was talking about a large pepperoni. Who hits this?
Why you gotta do that, man? Fuck. Yes, let's get serious again. Where will we?
This is a prank call.
Maybe.
All right. Have a good night.
All right, love you.
Thank you for calling Texas Roadhouse in Springfield. This is Jason. How may I help you?
Hey, Jason, how are you doing today?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm just trying to place an order for 2 steaks.
Gotcha. We actually closed a little early tonight because of the weather. I'm so sorry about that.
Oh, no. Please don't tell me that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We actually closed at 8:30.
Fuck.
Yeah,
wait. Don't tell me that. Are you...
Yeah, no, I'm serious, because after about 7:30, we literally got 2 tables for the next hour. The roads are pretty bad.
Jason,
so.
please.
Yeah.
Can you
I'm really...
just...
even
like
the guy
how long ago, Jason?
About 40 minutes ago. Like I say, 8:30.
Damn, 40 minutes. But Jason, can you just
that's
open
what I'm saying. The guy who cooks the steaks, he's already clocked out. The grill's closed.
Oh, my...
If it were like 5 minutes ago, I might have even cooked them for you, but the grill's already closed. I'm so sorry.
Damn, Jason. What am I going to tell my wife? Can you tell her? I'm going to put her on the phone. Can you tell her?
If you'd like to, sure, I will.
Jason, hold tight, Jason. I'm going to put my wife on the phone.
Okay.
Honey?
Hello. Who? Jason?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I'm so sorry. I really am.
I'm so mad right now. I can't control my menstruating.
Whoa, okay. I'm really sorry, though. I am. Like I said, if it were a few minutes ago, I would have even made them for you myself. But
I said, wow.
We're fucking with you, Jason. It's cool.
I know.
All right.
You're good.
Peace.
Thanks,
right,
man. You drive safely tonight.
You too.
The roads
Bye.
fucking suck.
I know. That's why we closed. I didn't want any of my employees to die on the way home.
Yeah. That's actually pretty true talk. You know what I mean? But I don't really care.
Turn up and turn down when the smoke all clears. Who's going to work now? Set fire to your flag and purge from my ground. Roast a pig in his honor. No jury is worth your honor. The only terminators for being a John Connor. See, I am no martyr, cause dying is so awkward. I'm living to tell the story. They want it without an offer. They want us to start a fire, to fire at fire starters. They want it to hit home, but home is somewhere farther. 9,000 miles away, our lost fathers being stripped of their land and robbed of their resources. Here, a woman stripped to show robber resources. This ain't the way, this ain't the truth, this ain't the life. It's black versus white, even after civil rights. Why should I be civil when we aren't treated right? 2 wrongs don't make it right, but all these wrongs made me right. Right, I'm right in his act, and it ain't all white, so I'll be right black. Wipe my ass with the Confederate flag. You like that? I'm feeling like Mike, guy. Now who's that? You're pink when you're born, white when you're grown, red in the sun, blue when you're cold, brown when you tan. Who's a real colored man? You can't color me bad, I gave you the crayon. If you're yellow when you're scared, green when you're sick, gray when you die, look me in the eye. The truth to the lies that you're the colored guy. So if I'm the colored man, then you must be colorblind. My rage is like black Blacks watching Mississippi burning, the time to kill. I'm Sam L, the world's turning. It's up to me or another of color or maybe not. Cause the race is not the issue could stop the clock. I've seen angels fall down, dust off and try again. Through my back wall, holding a bottle of Heineken. I saw the signs did, obstacles placed to buy me in. Crucified by the judges of law, I got a grudge with them all. I can't think if I'm in love with it raw, with all confusion. Problems arise with no solution, an illusion was placed in my face. Holographic images with me frozen in place. Stuffing dough in the safe, sipping Coronas with some hoe at my waist. My objection is to shine like nines that's nickel plated and keep life balanced through me with all praises of law ageless. First sides who saw spaceships recorded on the walls were gods with dark faces. So keep mental notes for those who are racist. My light penetrates with might that's so gambit. It helps us out of a dark when left stranded. You're pink when you're born, white when you're grown, red in the sun, blue when you're cold, brown when you're tan. Who's a real colored man? You can't color me bad, I gave you the crayon. If you're yellow when you're scared, green when you're sick, gray when you die, look me in the eye. The truth to the lies that you're the color guy. So if I'm the color man, then you must be colorblind. So if I'm the color man, then you must be colorblind.
Warning. This show contains adult content and language that some sensitive Sallys may find offensive. Please do not get all up in your feelings like a Mark-ass buster. Now with that out of the way, it's time for the show. Bitches.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, where is it? Why haven't they found it?
Veruca, sweetheart, I'm not a magician. Give me time.
I want it now. What's the matter with those twats down there?
What's up, everybody? Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It is great being here in freezing-ass cold Springfield, Massachusetts. I am your host, Frank Marvici. Sitting next to me, the Almighty L.
Almighty L.
Okay. All right. And then we got Brother Low in the background there. I'm probably going to forget that. I'm not going to. I won't. You want to write it down? Why don't you write it down for me? Oh, on the other side. Yeah. You know what? You know what's the privilege about being older? Being wiser and realizing your flaws. Like memory. On shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'll forget in an instant. All right. Practice. But, whatever. Knowing your flaws is much better than not knowing them. All right, hold on a second. I feel like you're really far off to the right. Maybe that's better. Yes. There we go.
I think.
How is everything looking? Is everything looking good with the background?
Yeah, we good.
I like that.
Y'all like that?
I like that. I think it looks pretty good.
It's different.
It's not too shabby. You know what I'm saying?
We should change it every 10 shows.
Yeah, we can do that. If you think that's...
Technically, the last show was the 10th show.
I'm getting a little bit of static. Ooh, I think I got it.
Got a lot of weird shit going on.
I got it. Well, you know what? This is what happens when you have this mega awesome stellar setup. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
It's crazy. It's crazy the things we do. It's crazy what we got going on, especially for this motherfucking show. All right? What the fuck? I don't want to keep hearing that. I don't think it's me. Hold on a second. Hold on. I think I got it. So, we got an awesome show going on. We got, first and foremost, I want to make sure I just shout out everybody that always watches us, messes with us, supports us, and all that good stuff. We appreciate you. What we need is to get everybody that is not subbed in. All right, so make sure you sub us on YouTube. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. Any of that good stuff.
It costs nothing to hit the like button.
It really costs absolutely nothing.
It's for free.
You know what? You know what it costs? A second of your time.
That's all.
That's really it. And that's, I don't know.
Please.
There's a phone or something. Something's going to kill me.
That's what it is.
I don't know.
Phone's by the laptop right there.
Yeah, maybe that.
It could be. It may be that. I don't know. Well, I don't know. It's going to kill me, though. Every time I hear it, I'm going to notice it, and I'm going to talk about it. So I don't want that to happen to us. All right, so anyways. So we got a great show. We're going to talk about a bunch of different topics, being homeless and, your thoughts on that. Washing clothes, whether or not you guys, do it yourself, have someone do it for you. Or I think there was more to that on the washing clothes scenario, though.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't just the simplicity of.
The origins of, like, where
who's
you
better
started.
at washing clothes?
Oh, yeah.
Not who's better,
No.
but like
Who fucks up.
Yeah.
From there, tits and ass, what do you prefer? You know what I'm saying? If you are a tits person, if you're an ass person, you can give us your opinion here. We're watching chat. Everybody here on Facebook with us, YouTube as well. All you guys are awesome. If you're watching on Instagram or whatever the hell it is you are, wherever you are, hopefully things are looking good.
Yep.
I think the background looks dope.
Yeah, that's why.
I dig it. All right, so yeah, it was a new year. I figured we'd move into a new dawn, kind of change some things up a little bit.
I'm with it.
I think it looks good. I'm gonna pat myself on the back right there. You would just pat me real quick?
Nah.
Oh, fuck.
I don't want to touch you. You be sticky.
Oh, man, that's not fair.
Sticky Frankie.
I shower occasionally.
Really?
No. Actually, no, I'm
you
like
prefer showers over baths?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think baths can be therapeutic.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you want to rinse all that
Are you sure
film
you wasn't
off.
one of those kids that went in there and just ran the water and just sat there like?
Yo, honestly, we didn't have a shower.
Mom, and you take a little
We didn't
soaker.
have. We had just a bathtub when I was a kid, a big old porcelain, the 1800s bathtub.
You slip and bust your head.
Yeah.
The bear claw tub?
Okay.
Like,
is that a thing?
Sat on legs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of those romance movie tubs when you come in.
Yeah.
That's the way it was, yo.
It's the fly tub.
Yeah.
There wasn't at that time. There wasn't really a lot of built-in showers, I believe, like that.
I'm a bath guy. Like I obviously showers are quicker, so I take more showers because it's more convenient.
No.
But I'm definitely more of a bath guy.
I have this thing when I move into a place, the first thing I do is take a bath there, and after that, it's straight shower.
I would still.
When I first move in there, I'm like, oh, I'm glad I'm home.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
true that.
And
True
then
that.
take a shower from there.
that relaxation.
I still bring my action figures into the.
Yo, I didn't stop playing with action figures till I was like 13. It was awful.
Yeah. No, I played with a lot of shit like Legos and all that stuff, dude. I fucking fucks with me some Legos right now. Like I still love a lot of that shit.
I just got some for my son for Christmas.
Yeah, I got some for mine, and I think he's gonna like them a little bit more once he's a little bit older.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's 9 now, and not that a 9-year-old can't appreciate it. I just think with him, he's gonna appreciate it a little bit more.
He might not be a builder.
He's more of like a tester. Like he's gonna fuck with your shit to figure out how he can kind of fuck it up. You know what I mean, in a sense. So yeah, I don't know, but he's already pretty gadgetly coherent. Fucking kids. I know, it's crazy. Think about that though. Like, we're kind of like the last generation for the most part. Yeah, maybe Generation Y as well, but that kind of started off in that pre-electronics days.
You know,
what
we're
I mean?
not considered Generation X anymore. They shifted.
It's a
to
range.
So now we're considered millennials.
Nah, we're not millennials.
I'm telling you, look it up.
No, I'm telling you, there's a bunch of different ones. Nah, because I just literally looked at one the other day that showed a range of 1980 to whatever.
Yeah, and then
it
didn't say millennials started at
70.
1980.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's got to be Generation Y. Let me see. Hold on.
We were Generation X.
Well, I thought we're supposed to be Generation X.
Right. Now they're trying to say we're millennials. I'm like, what? I don't even act like a millennial.
Time frame. How about that?
Still wearing camouflage.
Gen X was born. Yeah, no, but I just seen another graph because this one's saying
it changed
65 to 79.
Right,
but I seen
They changed it. That's all they did.
Gen Y or millennials. Yeah, no, I consider myself a Gen X. To be honest with you.
Gen Y.
I'm not. Yeah, no, that just sounds feminine.
What
Well,
exactly
Gen X is
Generation
feminine.
X? I'm about to say, what is
Yeah,
it?
true.
What is that?
I know, but X just sounds cooler.
Yeah, because unknown.
But my whole point is that in reality, that's not really fair to say because our shit was. It all depends on how you grew up. Like if you grew up like as a street kid, I think that we extend back a little further. You know what I'm saying? Because we weren't necessarily getting the latest and greatest of all that shit. As far as even like stores and whatnot, nothing came to us first. You know what I'm saying?
Like what stores? Like what do you mean?
Like let's say if there was a new electronics store, like a Circuit City.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Something that's solely focused on electronics, the latest and greatest, whatever. I don't know. Best Buy, any of that shit. So if you think about it, it was like, yeah, those stores might have already opened up in better neighborhoods, but they always took 5 to 10 years to get to our neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? So for more convenience.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Did they even ever make it to our neighborhoods?
Not Best Buy.
Not
Staples.
Circle City. Or
Circuit City, yeah, it did until it closed down. Because we had one on right up the street from here.
Yeah.
On Parker.
All those stores go out of business in the hood, right? Like Staples.
Well, now that shit lasted for, some of those stores last for a long time. But the problem is online ordering, man. It's so fucking convenient. You know, I like to touch things before typically I buy them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at the end of the day, I know the deal. I know things move on. They evolve. Whatever the case. All right, whatever. So we talked about this whole...
Hold on. Me and Josh got caught stealing Busta Rhymes' Woo-Ha from Circuit City.
Nice.
And it was my idea.
Which one?
I just told you, Woo-Ha. Oh, Boston Road.
So when you
okay.
All
right. You made it. You acted as if remember,
here's the thing.
Nobody beats the Wiz.
Not that this is today's game, but here's a confession. So I had a handful of bros that used to steal and boost growing up, from probably the age of 12 all the way up to in their early 20s, right?
No.
Making a long story short, I wasn't that guy in the beginning. I didn't have enough confidence or balls to steal shit. So what I would do is coerce the next nigga to steal for me. And that's what happened with Josh.
General,
Josh got caught.
being a general with it.
Yeah.
This is what's going to go down. You're going to go over here. You're going to do that. And you're just going to sit here and amuse me while the time frame.
And he held it down. He didn't tell. Like, we're in the back room. He got caught with the Busta Rhymes Woo-Ha. And he never said, oh, I stole it for him. I'm back there with him only because I'm with him.
Right.
Not because, like, I stole something.
Right.
They're like, we're calling your parents. And he kept it coming. So shout outs to you, Josh, for that holding it down. Stealing action figures for me.
I got you all in check.
Yo, I would steal like a motherfucker when I was young.
Action figures or anything?
Anything, whatever I wanted. Yeah, I remember I got caught. My first time I ever got caught, I was like 5 years old or 6 years old on, it was, what's the store on Belmont? The Cuban store. You know what I'm talking about? Is that, or the Dominican store? The Dominican, no, further down, but closer to where you used to live. I think it was the Dominican spot, whatever the case. So I know you know what I'm talking about. Like, say, so if you left your house and went to the, you crossed the street and went up a little bit, and it was right there on your right-hand side, right by itself.
Right.
Yeah, I got caught there stealing the ice cream. They, the cop, they gave me a ride. There was like a cop like right there. I think I like coming in as I got caught. So he like gave me a ride home, tried to scare me and all that good shit. And then like literally a week later, I got caught at South End Convenience. It used to be like a CVS back in the day. I was trying to steal a Trapper Keeper.
Damn.
And,
probably not here for school, for art, huh?
Probably, yeah. Actually, I don't even know if I was fucking with art back then. When I didn't really start fucking with art until like 2nd, 3rd grade, and then I really started banging out. But yeah, so you think it would have me stop stealing? I definitely still went on a shopping spree, stealing spree for a long time. But I was dumb. I was super dumb with it. So I would like go to the store with my stepmom. Like we'd go to Ames, right? We go to Ames. I stole Magneto. I remember.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Magneto was out. I was like, yo, I gotta have it. So I stole Magneto. I was slick, broke him out the package. You know what I'm saying? Put him into my pocket, the whole 9, right? And then this is what my dumb ass does. I'm so happy. I don't even think about it. We get lunch. I'm eating with my stepmom and shit. And I start playing with the toy. And she's like, where'd you get that? I was like, I brought it. She's like, you definitely didn't bring shit before we left, because your dumb ass would have been playing with that shit all the way here to the store.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you would have been like, this is uncomfortable, as you sat on your pocket. You know what I mean? So she's like, I would have known. And I'm like, and just me not saying anything. Let's go take it back. I was like, fuck. But we actually didn't because she didn't want to go through it all, like all the hassle and whatnot. She was like, because she's like, at the end of the day, you did get away.
Yo, it was bad. It was bad growing up because like I was surrounded by the thieves and the boosters, so they were teaching me like mad shit. Like in high school, in Sci-Tech days, I was addicted to not wearing the same thing. You heard? I was addicted to not wearing the same thing. So like I would get out of school, go downtown or go to the mall, literally go and put a whole outfit on under my clothes and walk straight out. So next day I had a whole new outfit every day. Like never got caught.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Whole, I know niggas was like, yo, how is he so fresh? No job. Just coming in crispy. Nigga, stealing John Ashford plaids.
Oh, shit. That's
like
crazy.
back then, like Filene's, you could walk directly through the middle.
Right.
And the alarms wouldn't go off. And then we had a dude that knew how to bust the ink tags out. So we had a whole system. It was off. Shout outs to those days, man.
Yeah. No, not shout out to those fucking days.
Nah, shout out to those days. Nigga made me who I am today.
No, I tell you what though, I just took it to another level for like a good 2 years spree that eventually bit me in the ass. So
what'd you do?
We were like fucking boosting shit tons of cars and like robbing shit out of cars and stuff.
Yeah, we did.
You know, I was home, but no, like we did it like consistently for a long time, and my ass finally got caught. But lucky I was young. I haven't done anything like that ever since. But, you know, and at the time, that's how I earned my money.
Nigga, we stole cars and rolled them down the street on fucking no wheels. Like we've done.
No, the whole car is money.
I've been smoking. Yo, the amount of things we've done. Yo, I've been smoking with G, right? We're walking. This nigga had a screwdriver that had pieces. It had these screwdrivers. This is what makes good content.
True.
Truth. This nigga had a screwdriver that was able to like jimmy locks open. I didn't know he had this screwdriver on. We walking, smoking. He's like, yo, hold this. Gives me the L. This nigga buses up in the car real quick, takes the radio. We take off. I'm like, nigga, I just wanted to smoke. I wasn't trying to run a whole marathon now.
So you know what made us slick though is we'd go out to rich neighborhoods and only fuck with unlocked cars.
So you stayed home
because
I'm just fucking with you.
We wasn't rich, nigga.
Like, yeah. He's like, no,
what?
Never, ever.
What?
Where?
No, it's a foreign word, but so yeah, no, we go out to these rich areas and we go into unlocked cars, which like 60% of them were unlocked, and we would raid the cars for whatever was valuable first, right? And then from there, people would leave the keys in their car. So we'd all take we'd usually 2 or 3 of us would go out and we'd all take our own car home with the keys.
That's hilarious.
You know what I'm saying? So from there, you know what I'm saying, sometimes I got driven down
in
the
neighborhood. They left all of that just like
You ever flip a car?
We drove a few to New York and let that happen.
And drove back home.
We had 2 cars. We call it a chase car. That's what we call it in the dealer world too, chase car. So yeah, we had a lot of fun. Like if we couldn't get anything that was like that good to take home, we would just fucking bump and run on each other. You come up to a red light, like boom. But generally speaking, we were. I remember I did to my boy Chris. He was like, I was in a work truck and like a work van. And he was in like, I don't even know, like some beat up like probably 80s Mustang, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, he came to a fucking red light and I was like, fuck it. Boom, right into his back end. You see him just jerk fucking forward. That shit was hilarious. Started dying. But yeah, no. Then what we would do is we'd stash one vehicle in a particular neighborhood or wherever we knew it was at. And then go to that and go drive out to the next area the following night. So we did that shit like a job, like 4 nights a week.
Well, it was.
For like almost 2 years. So it was crazy. And I got, whatever. I was using it to live, to eat.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
Getting caught behind all that?
Yeah. Eventually. Over some stupid shit too, but it is what it is. In those situations, you just gotta, think smart.
I got a question. How come when everybody gets caught, the main thing they say is, over some stupid shit. Like, I'm talking about 99.9% of the time, the person's like over some stupid
Because
shit.
usually what gets you caught is some stupid shit.
Yeah,
You're
made a
like,
mistake somewhere.
You know, it's always one of those.
Stayed in. It's 3 in the morning.
But I'm gonna be honest. Like, a lot of the dumb shit I did, I never got caught with. It was when
I've done some super dumb shit, never got caught.
Right.
Yeah.
It was when I reacted off of impulse. That shit went left.
All right, rather than thinking it out a little bit.
Yeah.
I got
and
you.
I was always that nigga that tried to throw on a cape. One of my boys get into some shit. Like, oh, I got you.
Right.
I never had my own problems.
Right.
I probably had like 2 of my own problems in my whole entire life. Everything else was like other people's shit.
Yeah, I generally
crazy.
haven't put myself into a lot of my own, but the ones that I did went all out. You know what I mean? Like, if I threw myself into a situation, it was dumb and it was wild.
Yeah.
And it was like, later on, I was like, what the fuck? It wasn't even like oh man. I was like, what the fuck were you thinking? You know?
Yeah.
You fucking idiot.
Now, to the action figure thing, this shit's funny. The action figure thing, I thought all guys my age were still playing with action figures. I remember me and Nelson me and Nelson were playing with action figures, and all of a sudden this nigga just stopped. He was spending night, and this nigga stopped bringing action figures. So I was like, oh, he got some pussy finally.
Right.
He's done with action figures.
Right.
Other boys still play with action figures. So my man Rashad is like, yo, come spend a night at my house. And it's me, him, Jamie, Leonard, like a bunch of us, Mo. And I remember I packed a bunch of action figures, and I go over there, and I'm like, literally, like, this is how crazy I was. Like, I take the action figures, I start taking them out, placing them different places. I'm about to start building my little fantasy world.
Right.
This nigga Jamie starts dying. This nigga's on the bed, like, yo, you still play with action figures? And then Mo comes in, and he's like, yo, what's wrong with you? And then now Jamie comes to my rescue, like, chill. If he wants to play with action figures, still just let him.
Fuck it.
You know
Why
what I mean?
should that be a crime?
So I'm like, what
Why
the
should that be a
fuck?
crime?
Like, y'all don't do this?
Right.
These niggas is laughing. Like, pack my shit up. That was the end of my action figures, nigga. That was it. Mind you, I already lost my virginity and everything, and I'm still fucking playing with action figures.
Yeah, nah, whatever. I had some fun. I tried to get into it with my kid, like, and their imaginations just aren't the same. At least mine. You know what I'll say? He's always down to play some shit with me if I'm gonna play with him. But if he's by himself, he's like, I'm going to my electronic shits. I'm like, like you're stimming your imagination. But then I hear their imagination sometimes. It's there. It's just on other shit.
Yeah.
It's just not the same shit. But no, they be acting out all these crazy scenes and shit together, like they're making fucking TV shows and shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy.
Children are dope.
No, I used to do all that shit though. I used to pretend I was a lead singer in a rock band. Me and my buddies, all of us did. You know, I'd break cassette tapes and pull that shit out, and then like put it on my head, and then like put like a bandana or something over it, like so I had long hair like a rock star.
That's funny.
This shit was fucking.
I thought it was a werewolf.
Probably need therapy, but I think you were a werewolf.
Nelson thought he was a vampire, so I thought it was a werewolf. This guy was putting on his mom's makeup and shit, coming in pale. So I'm like, wait a minute, is he really turning? And then all of a sudden, I think I'm getting hair places that I've never had hair.
Yeah. What is this?
What is this?
I must be a werewolf. That's it.
I really thought I was a werewolf.
Did y'all become mortal enemies?
Now we were cool. We were kind of like the monsters.
Yeah, that's how you know it's not real.
It was real for me.
It was real for me. That's awesome. Yeah, whatever. You know what? That was the joys of being a kid, though. You can do all that stupid shit, and there was no judgment. Actually, you got points for creativity.
Yeah.
You know? They'd be like, oh shit, that's all right. You did good. And you'd be like, yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah.
It took me like 5 hours.
It's the beautiful days, man. Beautiful days.
Wow. You know, talking about costumes and all that shit, we talked about washing clothes. And some of y'all might be like, what the fuck, washing clothes? But think about it. When's the first time that you had to take action on your own and wash your own clothes?
The first time I actually took action, I don't remember the first time I took action, but I remember how I learned about washing clothes was through my little cousin Matt. And I'm like, damn, nigga, you wash your own clothes? It was like he was washing them at a young age. So he was like, you know how to wash clothes? Let me show you.
Yo, I'm about to have my kids start washing clothes. It's motherfucking chores. Shit.
Such a slave driver. But yeah, that's how I found out, bro. This nigga Matt, we were at Eddie's house. The nigga was washing his clothes. I said, you know how to wash clothes? My mom washes my clothes. He said, your mom still washes your clothes? I'm like, yeah, bro. So he showed me right there, and that was the end of that. When me and my lady split up, my mom was still fighting to wash my clothes. It was like a battle.
Oh, word?
Yeah, like that's like, you know, I'm her son, so she's kind of like, I got it
right.
type shit.
Right. That's, that was the funniest thing about
being
parents.
90 years old, it's like, Mom.
But, that's the funniest thing about parents, like, at least with my stepmom.
Yeah.
If I would, like, she'd be like, no, you never wash your own fucking dishes. But if I started washing the dishes, she'd be like, just move. I'd be like, so then don't fucking harass me, all right? I tried. I gave the effort. You rejected it.
So when did you start washing your own? Or
I started washing my own clothes probably at like 16 or 17, whenever I went into foster care.
Okay.
Not my first home or two. I don't think I had to. My last one, though, we had to do our own laundry, and then from there, I was homeless for a little stretch. So whoever's basement that had a washer, usually Charlie and David would look out for me. Penitas, shout out to them.
Shout out to you guys.
They would let me crash in like the basement room that they had down there with the dryer and washer. So that I was homeless and I still looked fresh.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Especially back in the button-up days, man. I stayed looking fresh.
I was stealing John Asher.
No. But that's when Brooklyn Gear was there.
You remember Brooklyn Gear?
Yeah, that's where I copped all my clothes up until I was like 18, not 19.
I thought I was rich everything. When I go in there and take all my drug money and go in there.
Mine was all from boosting. It's crazy.
That was the flyest thing going.
That's fucking. It was funny too, cause like, I don't know. Once the 11th grade hit, I don't know. It was weird from that point forward. Life was just strange. It's funny too. You tell yourself like when you're a kid, oh, I'll never be homeless, or I'll always have somewhere to be, yada yada yada. And then you find yourself in a situation where you ain't got no place to go. You're like, God damn, this is crazy. Whatever. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer. Okay, get it all sentimental.
Well, I've been homeless once.
How long?
Actually, twice.
Yeah, I'm about to say I've been homeless about 2 or 3 times.
I've been homeless twice. Once when I was young.
Thank you, Nadine. I appreciate it.
My mother was in a relationship where it was abusive.
Oh, word.
And she had to get away from the cocksucker. So, in turn, that landed us into a homeless shelter. And then when me and my lady split, although I had places to stay, I still consider it homeless.
Yeah. If you don't have
you don't have your own home.
Right, you don't shit.
I had to explain that to my children. They're like, Daddy, you can stay at Nana's.
Yeah, but it's not my shit.
Yeah, I'm still homeless.
Right.
I have shelter.
Right. Yeah. You have shelter, but you're homeless. I get you. It's funny too because I used to always wash the clothes, but like I'd say when me and my missus got together and we had our child and shit, when she was pregnant and shit, since our wash was in a different building, I would say 99% of the times, because I can't say she never did, but I majority did, and but I was like systematic with it. So I split up whites, wash that shit, hot water, bleach or whatever the case may be. And then, separate colors and, try to separate my work shit, yada, yada. And I'd sucked, I'd fold it all, bring it all back. I'm like, fuck. But then when we got a house, it ended up working out better for her to not work. So we took her out of work and she took over laundry. That was part of the deal. Like, if I'm going to be working and shit, you try and hold this shit down, even though I help with certain things. But she just throws all that shit in, and she packs the shit too. And I'm like, yo, if you pack it too tight, the shits ain't even really gonna wash. You know what I mean? Like, they're not unfolded or like uncrinkled. Like, if socks are folded into each other and shit, especially too, like you're not really you're washing the outside. Like, you're not really getting that shit through. But she's like, whatever, bitch. Like, I'm doing it, so you can do it if you want. I'm like, nah, you good.
Not even having your washer and dryer in the same like complex or in your same vicinity is also a problem.
Oh, we had to do it that way too. Yeah.
Not having to go outside.
We had it to where the only day we can do it, all the shit is blocked up. Like, everyone's using everything. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta wait hours. No. Yeah.
My mic doesn't even seem on.
It's definitely. I can hear you. Maybe you just need to go louder for you. Well, it's probably because you're putting them on over a hat. He's like, I can't hear myself. I don't know what's going on.
He's turning into a wolf. He's growing hair.
Right.
Hey, shout out to everybody in Facebook chat. I can't see YouTube, so if anyone's on there, peace to you. But yeah, no, we got Alex out there. Shout out to Nadine. What's up? Everybody that tunes in all the goddamn time. We love y'all. All right, y'all rock. Tony.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you to everybody. All right. So we kind of talked about. It's funny how much homelessness and washing clothes coincides. Because you know what I mean. We kind of naturally talked on.
Brings washing clothes.
Right. Yeah. True that, because you got to take care of your own shit.
Is when I was homeless, I would go to my grandmother's house, like you said. And
can't really hear you too well.
Oh, I would go to my grandmother's house and she would be like, whenever you need your clothes washed, drop off a bag, come back, and she's so neat.
Right.
Everything's folded up. She uses the fabric.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's the thing. I don't fold. I stuff all that shit.
Oh no, it'd be folded up so neat, make you feel like you got brand new clothes, and the whites are whiter than what they wore when you gave it. I'm talking about you get them brand new. She makes it look whiter than.
I want to know her secret.
Some people are pros at that.
I want to know her secret.
She's really good. Doesn't shrink your clothes.
This is bullshit.
Nothing.
This is bullshit.
I gotta call grandma and ask her, Grandma, what you be
Grandmammy.
doing?
All right.
Grandma, I love you.
So moving on to the next, you might as well just restart that. Postpone it. Hit the time line. Like click that and put that shit on the longest fucking time humanly. 4 hours. There you go. Postpone that shit.
What I killed him!
Oh,
what is
my pet?
What is this that you pulled up anyways? This has the itinerary?
I thought it did. I don't know. I was just at least giving you like the net and stuff if you wanted to stroll. Take a little stroll down the twebs, the interwebs. All right. So, you know what? Where are we at? 10:34. We got to make sure like shit ends promptly today. Because I got
Trader
places
Joe's.
to be. Trader Joe's, that's right.
TJ's.
I'm gonna maybe I'll get some live clips from up there.
Here, have some hummus. This is
hell no.
Yeah, no, because remember what I told you, right?
Get some organic hummus.
All right, I told you avocado hummus.
All right.
When we brought up the
Guaranteed
hummus,
to give you the shits.
I'm not a hummus guy.
This isn't helping. Low.
Sorry.
Not helping.
And this is quinoa, amaranth, and chia seed tortillas.
Oh my God, that's too many syllables.
All right, so yeah, the tortillas, I try all types of
It's alkaline.
natural shit and whatnot. So that I'm not really worried about.
You gotta dip it with the hummus.
Yeah, that's not bad. All right, that just looks nasty.
It's
You're gonna like it. Watch this. Yo, the dip was funny. That's different, right?
That's all right.
Tolerable.
That's all right. Oh, I don't hate it.
It's here.
Thanks.
You want to try it, Lo?
Okay. This is when you know you've made it. When you get shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
My woman be grabbing all
what's-
these different types of
yeah.
tortillas. Yeah. And she likes hummus. Oh, you trying to get in on
'cause
this?
you're sick? Here. Try it, though. You need avocado. You sick. Here.
Yeah, no. I noticed I had no coffee this morning, right?
Nope. I'm fighting. My whole house is sick, so I'm fighting and preventing a lot of different things. And a lot of things brings your immunity down.
Coffee's one of them with caffeine.
I don't know. I overindulge in caffeine occasionally.
I'm the same way. I got you there. I understand completely.
Yeah.
All right, so where are we at here? What were we doing? All right, so we got Mad Libs coming up too here. I want to try and definitely do that before we go to break. That's going to be fun. You guys will enjoy that, I guarantee you. All right, so the age-old debate: tits or ass?
I need it balanced.
That's a good answer.
I don't really. There's not one that I like over the other. Really.
I think I've become.
I need both.
Yeah, I think both. I would agree with you there. I think I started off more of a tits guy and then gravitated towards an ass guy over time. Out of that, if the scales were to ever bend anyway.
Well, do you like to be rode or do you like doggy style?
I like many different.
Well, I'm saying because that would determine on.
I think both though give you an opportunity to appreciate the booty.
Facts.
They do, but
I don't
like,
think there's really a position that doesn't give you a chance
for booty.
Yeah.
Missionary's not that great. I mean, you got
you can reach down and
yeah,
just grab open while you're doing it. But yeah, but it's I guess maybe if you're laying where you're touching, you can't really appreciate the booty all that much. You know what I'm saying? Like so, like it's a situation if you were doing missionary and kind of locked up like that, but you couldn't really slap the ass or anything like that.
Too much butt a problem for you?
Yes.
Okay. Because
I have a level to where I'm like, it just doesn't.
That's a white guy thing, you know that, right?
No. Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't dispute that.
Internally, do you know why it is that you like?
Because because Africans had bigger gluteus maximus to even start.
I know, but I'm saying like why too much is too much for you. Do you know like what causes you to say?
Well, listen, there's nothing that can tell me why I really feel that way. So I don't care what you might have read or what you think you might know.
No, I'm asking.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there in general, not just to you.
Oh my god.
The only reason why I don't like too much ass is because at some points it just doesn't become attractive for the body. Like it just doesn't fit right. If the ass matches the body, it can be a big old ass, and then I'm all right. I'm cool with that. Mm-hmm. But if it gets to a point where it's like there's asses I've seen where I'm just like, man, come on, that doesn't look right. Like your shit goes boom, and then your legs are like, ink.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's too much.
Right.
Those are those situations.
Where it Otherwise, looks like a thorax.
That shit looks like a piano note or a music note.
That's funny.
When it gets to that level, that's too much for me. But beyond that, I'm just not. If they go the other way with it, I'm not really into bigger chicks. Like I like.
Oh.
You know what I mean? I like more of like petite, like dolled up, sassy. Pretty much princesses with fucking mean ass attitude.
So you like more of a dainty woman, like more
of a woman, but
on the smaller side.
For the most part, like I said, mind you,
bones too.
Sounds like he's describing his girl right now. I'm just for some reason he's describing.
Well, yeah, my girl obviously fits. My girl obviously fits my shit. Like yeah, it does. But no, I'm not talking about like necessarily olive oil or anything.
Okay.
I'm saying at the end of the day, I just like a female's body when it's a female's body. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it looks like goddamn, that fits together.
What about
body?
What about would you? What about you'd fuck a bodybuilder woman?
I'm not really. That's not really my steezo. I can't. I mean, I'm not against the woman, working out, being fit, and having muscle. But when they're on the bodybuilder type level, it just does nothing for me. You know what I mean? So
you were never attracted to She-Hulk?
No. I mean, some artists drew her in scenarios that were like, goddamn. You know what I mean? Especially when you're a young boy. But it's not a scenario of like that's what I would gravitate towards.
Yeah.
You know?
That's like Gamora from what is it? Guardians of the Galaxy.
Gamora's bony.
No, but she's green though.
Yeah,
it doesn't
keep
matter.
in mind, I'm not necessarily talking about having definition to body at all. Like if my woman when she like she got muscle, you know what I'm saying? Like she's not just like flat. Nah, she works out. Mm-hmm. She actually has like something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying no, you have to be like weak, feminine woman. Nah, I like a strong chick at the end of the day.
He just don't want no chick to come in here stronger than him. Like, hey, move
just
the fuck
like
out the
yeah,
way.
bitch, like move the fuck out of here.
Go watch.
Where I'm like,
kids.
all right, damn. You always do this.
Oh, you gotta
can't take it.
So, what are you choosing? Ass or tits?
I'm middle of the road as you.
Okay. You?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with ass.
I'm not necessarily saying that means the bigger the better.
Why. I don't mind tits, right? But at the end of the day, the baby maker, that heart shape with the little baby maker just sitting there peeking out at you, it is so. I'm trying to tell you.
That sounds like a ball sack and a dick.
Nah, we're talking about we're talking about vaginas that just look nice and pretty hanging out the back of that nice little. See, it's the thirst trap. Like when you go on the internet, you go on IG. What do you see? Nothing but thirst traps. And what is it? Some lady working out in her spandex. She's she's bent over, and
I'm not following anybody with that.
No, I'm just saying for any other man who's single and following. I'm just saying it's the third, and then the titties like, oh damn, she got titties too. So what it is,
He
right?
said, oh damn, she got titties.
Exactly.
Oh, she's a twofer.
So listen. When she's riding, like you said, the titties, they're in your face. So you're like, okay, whether they're big titties or small titties, big titties will suffocate the shit out of you.
Oh, yeah, at the end of the day.
Get it right. If a chick puts her chest in your face, you got to say, tap out. You might have to tap out. Because she might suffocate you.
No, I just push the bitch out with a titty in hand.
Yeah, titty in mouth, like,
titty.
Get on, back up a little bit. But I'm just saying,
right.
So yeah, that's why I balanced out to where I balanced out at. But I don't mind titties, but I don't mind a chick that's short and petite, 4'11" with some nice little petite titties. They ain't gotta be super big.
Yeah, I don't like massive.
Titties,
I don't like massive
and then when
titties.
she's riding, her
Yeah.
shit's a jiggling just a little bit. I'm like, oh yeah.
You don't like big butts or massive titties?
I mean, I
don't mind.
I think every dude that likes titties likes all titties in reality, but when they're super huge like that, again, just doesn't do nothing
now, look,
for me.
When a chick's riding
it's
you,
it's like, all right, great, big titties. All right,
check it
nice.
out. When the chick's riding you and you know she got a big ass, you don't need to see the ass. You be like, I know it's on my shit. You know what I'm saying? I know it's on here.
I mean,
and you don't
when
have
it's big and she's riding you,
you know, you feel it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm like, you don't need to necessarily balance it out to which one you like better, because the titties is kinda
It's
like,
situational.
they're always gonna
I think
be
that's what it's boiling down to. It's situational.
The titties
You
are
know
always
what I
gonna
mean?
be there.
Unless you are clear on the one line or the other, it's situational. I think that's all in agreement. Because if you're the type that if a woman's showing her titties, you're like, that looks
I'm not
good.
gonna lie,
Or
the
she's
titties-
showing her ass, and you're like, that looks good.
Now, I will say this.
Situational.
I will say this. You're at a bar. You see a chick with a pretty ass face, and you're like, and she's a bartender, and you're like, okay, single guy scenario, and you're tipping her. You're like, damn, look at the titty. You see what I'm saying? It's like you said, situational. So now I'm like, damn, look at them titties. I'm like, damn, I wonder if she got a fat ass too. Turns around like, whoa, she got crazy. Her ass is way bigger than the titty. You're even more happier now. It depends on whoever, like you said, whichever you're a titty guy, right? To me, it's all.
That sounds
situational.
very opinionated.
I don't know. I don't know.
You sound like you made my mind up for me.
I don't know, man. Thirst trap. It's called thirst trap.
No. Like you were trying to. I'm not saying
No, I'm
necessarily.
saying
definitely
it just
did.
out loud for myself. Like,
I got you.
When you said situational, it just brought different scenarios.
I feel you. All right, so I think at the end of the day, maybe that's the consensus. You know, it's situational.
Yeah.
You know. All right, so let's get into some Mad Libs here before we go on break. Or actually, should we go on break then go into Mad Libs?
I gotta piss.
Okay. All right, so we're going to go into a break. Give us a couple minutes. We'll play a song and maybe a prank call. That way, at least for those that are, hanging on during the break, you'll get something amusing and entertaining. So let me stop this motherfucking music. Yeah, we'll be back in a few minutes there, all right? I want to make sure before I go out, let y'all know, JG Stacks is the next track that we playing. This one's called Roll Up. I think you're going to really like it. All right, we'll be right back.
You're looking at the motherfucking bitch now. You cross me, it's costly, it's a chick down. Bitches talking crazy on the gram until I see him. I slid up in the DM, now she all up in my BM. My tongue game make noise, I ride the dick with poise. First friends are phony, you can hear it in my voice. I am not your homie, it's either stack a bag or we never boning. I leave a bitch on pause like she fucking voguing. I got the game in my hands, I'm always controlling. Sex appeal on sauce like I'm grinding the pole. Got your heart on loss, never minding your soul. Drop a dime on God, time limit your pulse. 9-5 I'll rob, 10-20 I'll hold. Hit a lick, do a bid, my mob is deep. Catch you coming out your crib, fuck being social. Your face on the media, this bitch gone postal. Stamps in my book, overseas not coastal. Major nigga look, on point bifocals. Got your bitches shook and I still ride dolo. Busting off a clip like he dipping in his hips. A bitch stay drip, perfect season for this shit. I don't battle rap, I flip. Pull the strap in real life, hit the clutch and dip. I stay super lit with the shits. Manicured up, pedicured down. You know who it be when I slide through your town. Tuck your bitch close, pockets full of loud. You know who it be when I slide through your town. Ass up, face down, down, down. Bottles go around, round, round. Ass up, face down. You know who it be when I slide through your town.
American Girl, this is Barbara. How may I help you?
Yes, hi. I was just calling with a few general questions.
Yes?
Yes, first and foremost, I was just curious on how the durability is.
Our dolls are pretty durable. If
Okay,
something
'cause
does happen to have to them, we do have a doll hospital to fix them.
Really? Okay, even in exact emergencies? 'Cause sometimes parties get crazy, you know, you never know what's going to happen.
Right. Well, you'd have to send them into the doll hospital. It's about 2 or 3 week turnaround.
Okay, so I just don't dial 911?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, how's the fabric? I'm such a fabric fancy fuck, you know?
Would you like to talk with my supervisor?
Whoever can answer these questions. It's just a couple of general ones before I place an order.
All right, just a moment.
Okay, you know, just in case the back shots get on the dress or anything, I just might need to clean that.
Good evening, my name's Scott. How can I help you?
Ooh, hi. I just had some questions.
Okay.
I was wondering about the fabric that comes on the dolls. Is it very clean, or easily washable, or?
Well, yes. Obviously, it's going to be clean when the dolls arrive. It's not easily washable. No, it's we don't recommend getting the dolls wet at all.
Okay, because sometimes they just fire off like a hydrant.
I'm sorry?
I said sometimes it just fires off like a hydrant, but I understand if it's a process. Now, I was wondering, do you guys, just to be able to teach my kids, do you guys make any cross-gender dolls?
No, we don't.
Okay. I'm sorry, I know it's probably a random question, but I do have to ask. I'm very serious.
Sure. No, all of our dolls are American Girls, as the name of the company states, and that is our focus.
Okay, all right. Now, are the mouths open?
No.
Okay. Any other orifices?
No.
Okay, all right, not a problem. Now, how are they like kind of like 14-year-old shaped or like 12-year-old boy shoulder blades? Man, my knee's itchy.
All of our dolls represent girls approximately age 9 or 10 years of age and at the time of their stories in their books.
Okay. Oh, and it comes with a story?
The historical dolls do, and the character dolls such as the Girl of the Year, yes.
I usually like to give my own, but I'd be curious to see what you come up with. Now, let me ask you, is there any dolls that are, obviously they're female, but could you put a stubble on there?
No.
No, son of a... Okay. How about this? Are there any that look like you?
If you go to our website and go to AmericanGirl.com, look at the dolls section, the Truly Me dolls have the 40 different varieties that we have available for the contemporary line.
Ooh. I like selection. And I'm sorry, your name again was? Because you've been super helpful.
My name is Scott.
Scott. You know, that's my favorite name. Did you know that? Do you spell it with 2 T's?
Yeah.
At the end? 2. Now, let me ask you, Scott, how quick is the delivery? Because I need to get this rocking.
Where would we be shipping?
You want my address?
Well, just the state.
Oh, gotcha. I'm in Nebraska. You ever heard of it?
Have I heard of Nebraska? Yes.
Yeah. It's kind of scanty.
Let's see. Nebraska, it is about 7 to 10 business days for standard delivery.
I don't know if I can handle that hold. Is there any way we can put a little rush on it? I really got to get things rocking.
Additional would guarantee it in 3 business days, or $20 additional with the standard shipping would get it to you in 2 business days.
Oh, that's cheaper than Pedro. That's cool. Now, let me ask you, when I order this, is there any chance that you can send a dick pic with it? I'd throw an extra.
And I don't think that your questions are legitimate. And if you do have any questions about ordering our dolls, feel free to check out our website, which should answer any of the questions you have.
Okay, excellent. Interracial sex, I love it.
All right, where is it? Why haven't they found it?
Veruca, sweetheart, I'm not a magician. Give me time.
I want it now. What's the matter with those twats down there?
Yeah. We are back in this bitch. We're back. We're back. All right, fuck that. And black inside. All right, what are we doing here? All right, so let's. So next we're gonna do a little game. Yeah. All right. Here comes the game. Mad Libs. That's all I got. That's Mad Libs. All right, so yeah, we're gonna do Mad Libs. So if you guys don't know what Mad Libs are, this is where you get asked like a noun, adjective, verb, whatever. You say something that pops in mind, and then it gets put into a story in these particular spots that makes it sound fucking typically hilarious as all hell. All right, so this is the first time for these guys playing. I'm a pro at this shit. All right, so we're gonna get into it. So. Let's see. The first thing we're going to start off with L, a noun.
Dr. Doolittle.
Dr. Doolittle. Okay. To low there, a noun. No, let's put some back. Vagina. How about just vagina?
Vagigi.
Do you want to try and keep it a single words for the most part? Yeah, no, it's all good.
We were talking about
it's all good. To me, a verb base form. Run. How about shit?
What do they mean base form? What do you mean base form?
What's gonna hit? Hurt something. Base like before base verb. Like before, like instead of like ran, like something past or future tense, or plural. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Or like instead of shitting, or how about, you know what? I don't know if that's gonna defecate. There we go. All right. So
you and shit, man.
Next is whatever, just whatever pops to mind. Noun plural, so more than one of to L. Just quick, whatever comes.
More than one?
More than one of. A noun that's more than one of.
Pussies?
Pussies. All right.
Pussy? Didn't verse 5-9 say that? Pussy in plural is pussy.
Pussy. Hey, they're low. Give me a transportation. So like a car, bike, airplane, whatever. Tricycle. All right.
Pogo stick.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I dig it. All right, so to me, fucking verb base form again. How about squat? All right, so verb past tense to L. A verb that's already happened. Fucked. I dig it. All right, noun to low. Come on, man. Fire them off. Whatever comes to mind.
Car.
Huh? A car?
Yeah.
That's weak, but whatever. We'll use it. Now, for me, I'm going to do foreskin. An animal to L.
Wait, hold up.
It's a
panther. But
a noun's a person, place, or thing. So a foreskin. Wow. It's not like an action or a description word. It's its own thing.
Wow.
Animal was to you. Did you already pick one?
Yeah, panther. Oh no, a mandrill.
What?
A mandrill.
A mandrill?
Yeah.
I don't think any.
It's like, I think that's one of the heaviest monkeys in the world.
No shit. Verb to low, past tense. So an action that's already happened.
Accident.
Are you looking them up?
No, I'm just thinking. Accident.
Because he's looking over there, right?
Yeah.
I'm looking at my brain.
To me, verb present ends in ing. Fucking. Adjective describing word.
Red. Actually, bumpy. So bumpy.
There you go. Now you're getting it. Well, a noun.
Let's see. Breast milk. Breast.
Breasts.
That's so nasty.
Well, it'd be breast.
Yeah.
How about that? Verb base form for me. Hump. Verb base form for you. Getting technical on this.
Double Dutch.
Verb. No, that's a thing though. It's not really.
Double Dutching?
Yeah, I would say that's more of a noun. Because that's what it is, double Dutch. That would be jump rope. Is what the actual verb would be. You know what I mean? You want to put
screwed?
It would just be it'd be screw.
Screw.
All right. Describing word.
Tiny.
Shiny.
Tiny.
Tiny. Okay.
Tiny.
Adjective to me. How about slimy? Verb past tense to you.
Oh. Jerked.
Noun to low.
Smelly.
No, that's a
smelly butt.
No.
All right.
You could do a smelly butt, but that's like
I know it has to describe a thing.
That's an ad
Yeah, it's two
or
of them in one.
was that a pronoun or whatever? I don't know.
Here we go. Nipple.
Nipple.
There we go.
We didn't use nipple yet?
No, we said breast.
Okay. Perfect. That's perfect. Adjective would be huge. Verb past tense.
Cried.
Cry. Cried, right?
Yeah, cried.
Oh, I put crude. Cried. Adjective, describing word to...
Smelly.
Smelly. Verb, past tense for me. How about fell? Or how about rolled? How about stroked? All right, adjective, describing word.
Long.
I can see that going together. Verb, past tense to low.
Farty. Long farty.
And then a noun to me would be a queef. Let's play it. All right, you guys ready?
Let's play it.
Let's play it. All right. All right. Here we go. I don't think I'll ever make it on time. Oh, I've got to tell you guys, I didn't tell you what we're doing. This is the Saved by the Bell theme.
Oh my, like the
Yeah,
show?
yeah.
All right.
You know what? Hold on a second. In spite of that, I'm going to try and play the Saved by the Bell instrumental. This hopefully will be clip worthy. Who's good with the theme? Does anyone want to try it, or do you want to just leave it to me?
Leave it to Beaver.
All right, hold on. No, I don't want to do that. Let's hold on a second. Let me just go straight to YouTube. Let me go right there, the YouTube. And I go to the YouTube.
Let's go to fucking YouTube,
To
man.
the YouTube.
Let's go to YouTube, man. Come on, man.
YouTube. All right, so what do we want?
my
We
money?
Save by the Bell theme instrumental. There we go. All right, this might take a try or two. I'm gonna be honest with you. All right, hold on. Theme. I don't want
This song
to.
is gonna be hilarious.
Hold on. Instrumental version. Here we go. Let's test it. No ads, please, for fuck's sakes. And of course, it's an ad. Hold on. Hold on. All right, let's see if it's any good. What?
Saved by the Bell, man. Sounds like Married with Children. Or no, what's that other show? Days of Our
So
Lives. These are the days of our
Apparently,
lives.
that's not what we want.
Hey, yo, save that though.
Hold on.
We'll have a section called
Fuck
Days of
that
Our
shit.
Lives. These are the days of our lives. Looking ass.
No, what the fuck?
Man, if you don't get this sentimental shit out of here,
I
Frank.
don't think I can get it without the words. Oh.
Is that it or is that bootleg?
That's it.
That's not it.
All right, whatever.
That's not
All
it,
right,
Chief.
I tried. Just know I gave it a shot. All right. All right. So this is it. I don't think I'll ever make it on time. By the time I defecate my pussies and give myself a look, I'm in the corner just in time to see the pogo stick squat by. It's all right. I'm fucked by the car. When the teacher pops a test and I know I'm in a foreskin in my mandrel accident all my homework last night. Fucking bumpy in my breast. She won't hump that I'm there, and if I screw it in tomorrow, I'll be tiny. It's slimy, because I'm jerked by the nipple.
Jerked by the nipple?
It's huge. Yo. It's huge because I'm cried by the... It's smelly because I'm stroked by the... It's long because I'm farted by the queen.
What the hell? We fucked that whole shit up.
Yeah, we did. It's all right. What is it? Because I'm fucked by the car. It's slimy because I'm jerked by the nipple. It's long because I'm farted by the queef.
Farted by the queef.
That's perfect.
And there's the milk.
All right, let's do one more. So now you see though?
Yeah.
You see?
He said, "Cause I'm fucked by the car." Yo, that's a clip. That's actually a good song. We gotta make that shit, and we gotta make a scene out of it.
I don't know if
any aspiring,
all right, this one's short.
Aspiring actresses out there want to come out and get fucked by the car.
So you want to take the first. So the first is an adjective.
Creepy.
Oh, it's on you.
You said creepy?
Yeah. Creepy.
All right, Low. First name of a person.
Dick.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah. First name of a person to me. Let's say Bernadette.
Geraldine. Bernadette.
Number to 6.
6.
Activity to Low.
Nipple piercing.
All right. All right. Activity to me. Masturbating.
That's an activity only to you.
On his to-do list.
First name of a person. It's
Oscar.
not only to me. It's to a lot of people.
Oscar.
Adjective to Low.
Shrinking.
We're the only ones that eat like loud things and chew gum on radio on air.
And eat avocado hummus.
Adjective to me. Wide. Adjective describing word to you.
Adjective?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna change mine to swollen.
Slippery.
Slippery. And emotion to Low.
Jealousy.
And then a number to me.
It's all 6s and
Almost
7s.
done. Activity.
Activity.
Yep, to you.
Volleyball.
Volleyball. There we go. That's a good one. All right, and then first name you put ending in apostrophe S. The first name you put ending in apostrophe. Oh, so whatever first name, and then put apostrophe S at the end of it.
That's for Low.
Yeah.
Mickey's.
Well, I got a feeling it's not going to be his clubhouse. Number to me, let's say 0. Adjective.
Drunk.
Adjective to low.
Scary.
And then an emotion to me, horny. Let's play it.
Let's play it.
All right. Let's see what we got here.
Wait,
don't go. However creepy it may seem, it's really, really important. Wait, have you met Dick yet? Well, Bernadette is 6 years old. She loves nipple piercing and masturbating.
Yo, bring it back.
No,
you gotta bring it back. This one's juicy.
No.
This is exactly what we're looking for.
Is this the whole thing? Oh, no, it goes further. All right. Wait, don't go. However creepy it may seem, it is really, really important. Wait, have you met Dick yet? Well, Bernadette is 6 years old, and she loves nipple piercing and masturbating. Oscar has shrieking hair, which is very swollen, slippery eyes, and is very jealousy of all the time. I should have said jealous, but what? Wait, don't go. There's still 101,256 words to get through before you reach the end of this. Wait, you'll have volleyball. Wait, have you volleyball Mickey's ma or pa? What the fuck? Ma is obviously 37 and has drunk hair, scary eyes, and is normally horny. We'll send you a collection of
Scary eyes.
That's it.
She's horny.
Wow.
Yo.
That started off very bad. I didn't know where that was going.
Very horny.
Scary eyes.
Scary eyes
horny.
and very horny.
Like, who wants to see somebody with some scary looking eyes horny? That's funny.
All right, so beyond that, I don't know if I let y'all know that. Oh shit, we had people playing out in the chat too. Sorry about that.
You guys like that
We missed
scary eyes and horny? All right, cool.
I'll tell you what too. If you guys ever find any cool things that you think we may want to talk about, anything like that, send it to us. Mail it. You can mail it right to contact@marvichimedia.com.
Please do. Please do.
We love doing new things for you guys. We love doing new things for you guys. All right. What do we got next? So, beyond that, if you ever want to call in, we always got the phone lines open, 413-241-7272, 413-241-7272. The only thing we ask is try to keep it entertaining. All right, we have no censors or anything like that, filters, so you don't have to worry about any of that shit.
Say what the fuck you want.
No. Beyond that, let's see what else we got coming up. So, that's one of the things I don't know. Everyone's talking about it, so I kind of don't want to talk about Trump.
Missiles getting fired back after our last conversation.
Well, you have a little bit more insight now.
Well, yeah. So I watched some videos and read some stuff, and these were by I say Iranian freedom fighters, but people that are from Iran that are now in America that now realize that for all its bad qualities, America still is a little bit more liberating, and opportunities are a little bit more plentiful over here than some other places. I think that's the main story of it. But these people at the end of the day have no fear of saying what's really going on, and what they're talking about is we're quick to kind of make a terrorist out of Trump and throw him under the bus and so forth, but in reality, this general that they killed supposedly was a pretty bad person, responsible for lots of deaths. And I guess you could say, oh yeah, well, our government's responsible for a lot of deaths too, and you wouldn't necessarily be wrong. But this individual guy, I think, got an enjoyment out of it. You know what I'm saying? To the point where there was no rules that or anything that he wouldn't do to accomplish to whatever he was doing. In a sense, that was inhumane.
So you're saying Trump did his job?
So what I'm saying is from what a lot of these sources are saying that would know a lot more than us. That's for damn certain. Are saying that Iranians were celebrating when this dude was killed. They weren't mad at America. Maybe officials are mad at America because of whatever happens with just the fact that America killed one of your generals. I don't really know much about the guy. Which is my next step, that if I actually care about this anymore, then I really do.
Is he impeached? Or
I
think
the process is starting, but
they said that no president in history has ever been impeached while war went on. They said that might be something that's going on too. That it might be bigger than we all think. We're over here just with wool over our eyes. They're saying that no president has ever been impeached,
guys,
while war is going on.
Trump is at the pretty much the end of his His presidency?
Right.
No, but it said even with the 4 years going on, you can't elect a new president while there's a war. That's what they said.
That's not what I was talking about. So what I'm saying, it would default to his vice president. But what I'm saying is the process is so long, and for it to actually complete, that even if he did get impeached, he'd be at the end of his term leaving the House anyways. Yeah. His bags would already be packed. I sincerely doubt he's going to get voted in for a second term. If he does, that would be suspicious to me. Who knows if the guy even wants to serve a second term, though. I think he's kind of like I got there, I did it, bitches, kiss my ass, showed you what it was all.
I was surprised Obama got a second term. Not to be like biased, but I was surprised because I was like, are they really gonna allow a black man to be president again? You know? So I was like, whoa. When I seen that, I was dumb surprised. So if he gets it, it'll be like, hey, well, Obama got it.
Yeah.
Am I tripping? I mean, they want to be fair, so I mean, but all the stuff they already got, Obama never had impeached on his resume, so that's different.
See,
balance.
I feel like if I'm gonna vote, I need to know what's going on. So the first time Obama got voted in, like, I was paying attention.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Second time around, I didn't really know if I more care about policies.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if you're black, Mexican, Chinese, woman, male, dog. I don't really care. If you can do the job and get shit done, that's what I care about.
Right.
So at the end of the day, like, all this other on the surface type petty shit, what I consider, like,
it's America.
It's all irrelevant to me.
Yeah.
I want to see the results of the real shit you pushed, like the real things you got accomplished.
You said you were gonna do that. Where are the results?
That's all I asked for, and I don't want some made up shit. You know what I'm saying? Because we're gonna know whether or not it's long term, or if there's some short term, boost of things. And then from there, that's how I'll judge you. The only thing that sucks, like with someone like Trump, is that he's someone that has to speak in public. Like, he has to talk to important people and say important things. So when you come off as a douchebag saying that, or talking that shit, you're representing us as a country.
Being himself and being president.
Well, but you're representing us as a country. So when you look like a douchebag, you make Americans look like a douchebag.
Do you think he looks like a douchebag when you're comparing him to the other? What are we on? 44, 45? How many?
I think he's the 45th or 46th.
Yeah. So is he a douche?
That's bad. I don't even know that.
When you're comparing him to all the other presidents who kind of like kept a certain poise about themselves. Like, I think him and Bush. I'm not like a supporter of any of this shit, but I just get a kick out of niggas that are just true to themselves, no matter how it may come out. We don't gotta like it, but I like that he's not pretending to be something he's not.
That's why I don't really throw any shade at him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's some things that I think I would have never said in a million years. You know what I mean? Like, when you come out in the way he talks, like, that's just not how I would personally.
Bebel just said he's smart and he'll get reelected. He's doing all this to win more votes.
I don't know. I don't think he'll get reelected personally, but I could be wrong. I'm by no means or shape or form a professional on this subject to where my opinion actually counts for something.
Right.
It does not count for anything. So yeah, don't get it twisted.
It's all a game.
Yeah. In reality, I think, there's some of this shit is just idiotic, in my opinion. Like, we have to have some kind of a system. I won't kid you. For things to get done, there's got to be some kind of a system. Because at the end of the day, there's people that don't want to put up with shit. So if there's not someone, a specific role of something that needs to get done, and someone willing to fill that void for, and assumingly for a reward for doing it, right? Or pay, whatever the case may be. But if we don't have, see, a lot of people are like, oh, fuck the whole system, tear it all down. But nothing would get done. All right, like, as far as our infrastructure is concerned, our economy, I guarantee you everything would go to shit. Everything. Because at the end of the day, the bulk of us, majority of us, are lazy people and don't act until we have to act. So by that time, the system's broke.
Well, we're dependent on the system.
That's true too, but how else is a system really supposed to be unless it's like based off of services, a service exchange instead of money? You know what I'm saying?
you need money only to sustain, but you don't really need money for you to actually be living out your life. Like,
oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm not saying that. So like, I have a preference to the way I want to live my life, though, that requires money.
But even with the infrastructure, it would all be kind of like one of those things where it would be on the individual to be able to provide that. Like
Right, but what I'm getting at though is that majority of people are lazy
because of the system.
No, they're just lazy people in general. Because there's many people that don't do a goddamn thing, that don't even participate with the system, and yet still get supported by the system. But there's literally people that don't do shit all fucking day.
But even the people that choose to do a 9 to 5, right, is a form of complacency.
Oh,
That's
yeah?
dependent on the system.
Yeah, most certainly.
Because it's harder to quit your job and work for yourself and make things work.
But now think about this, though. Those services that we have that our life would get to at some point because of technology anyways, like having phones, a person to call, whether it's across the seas and you can't understand them or not, but when you need help, like someone has to volunteer to do that job. So unless it's a volunteer of like you do a specific job and it means everyone else that does a specific thing just gives to you because you provide your service, again, a service exchange type monetary system, money is going to have to be involved because there has to be a motivation for someone to supply something that somebody else wants. Humans are too complacent. Even if we can strip it all away and live in perfect equilibrium, perfect balance, all that good stuff, somebody eventually will be like, man, this shit is boring as hell. I want to go light something on fire.
I'm that guy.
And then, but then, there, you know, if you have a scenario of where, yeah, great, maybe the village at that point is going to volunteer to put that fire out, right? So what happens when the village gets bigger and more people, right? And now you need to actually put, and like now a massive fire happens, and it's so big that no one volunteers to do anything, and it shit just goes to fuck. Because no one was motivated somehow to actually take fire as, you know, a fireman as their job and what they did for a profession. You know what I mean?
I just
think it's too late.
It's too far gone.
It's too late for that. Yeah.
Not too late.
Well, too far gone to where.
Yeah,
how the hell do you scale it back now to where it's the point that it's at? Unless you crash the whole system.
Well, you couldn't crash it. You could only adapt to the system and slowly but surely
change it in time
with your children.
Right. And probably
you would
their
still
children.
Certain values and attributes.
I just don't see now at this point though with what people find as like their source of entertainment, whatever their thing is, like whatever makes them happy. Like I don't think there's enough of that without having what we have, like with companies inventing cameras and computers and so forth. And if you didn't have, there's like you would need some sort of motivation. It'd have to be something in place to take over besides money. And it's simple as that. Unless, again, it was just a service-based system where everyone, like since you did your specific role as a podcast host, all the services that you need are provided to you.
Gotcha.
So that person that did that service to provide you with, since he did his service, he's provided with what he needs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the only way you can kind of do that also is with control. Then we start talking like a socialist system. You know what I'm saying? But if money's not there, what does it matter how the fundings or and in standings of people are? If you just do your job, you get what you need.
So you don't.
There is no standings.
So you think everything has to be monetary?
I think there has to have value. Doesn't necessarily need to be money.
Okay. Because I got into a huge debate with Jason way back in the days over that, where he was like fancy. He was like leaning more towards the monetary system, and I was telling him like, nigga, trading is everything. If you don't even really need money. Like I said, if
even
you
money
have a
is
skill,
trading something.
But if you have a skill or a valuable that someone else wants, it's an equal trade. Like if you have a skill, like you being able to do all this stuff with this technology,
right?
You might need me to get you some sneakers for cheap that cost $700. Now we trade. You teach me a little bit of this technology. You get the sneakers you've always wanted, and we trade off. There was no money.
Are you offering something?
I'm just saying that I think that we could slowly start initiating this amongst our own small communities. You know what I mean? Like just trading for things. Like I got my hat company. You know what I mean? You have your podcast. And you just start getting next to other individuals that have something that...
So you're just saying in general, you're not talking about as far as in place of the monetary system.
I'm saying you...
It all leads down to money.
I think right. I think you have to start off small for it to affect the grand scheme of things.
But, all right, so let me ask you this. What about mass production?
Well, mass production gets into industry, and industry kind of like goes hand in hand with the system. So what I'm proposing is something that would kind of counter that. You know what I mean? Where you would be the industry. So you use farming as an example.
But who's gonna make it though? Like the actual workers.
Well, you're going back
or
into
unless
industry.
it's an automated system.
But you're going back into
I know,
industry.
but you're talking about trading hats and so forth and so forth. I'm curious about who's making the shit.
Well, those are two different things. So
who's
when I'm
producing?
Hold up. When I'm talking about the hats and all that is concerned, you're saying who's producing the hats when I'm
who's the
trading?
actual one that's clocking in and turning the building on in the morning?
So that's in the bigger scheme of things.
Well.
So it starts with the small pocket first, which is what I'm saying.
Right.
So up until that manufacturer can see that I have something of value that they need, then the business stays as such.
Right, and I understand that, but my question is though, right? Let's assume we're already to that point. What is the people that is actually running machines and so forth? What's their motivation to be a part? To go into work every day to produce this shit, so everyone could still have this system,
right?
Just based off of trading.
So there's two ways of looking at this. If we were to continue to work within the industry, right? They're not getting paid that much anyways. So you actually might be able to give them something more valuable.
But what is that, like taking care of their needs? Like you deliver their weekly food and so forth? Or they have individual deals with individuals for individual things?
I mean,
that's just the way I instantly go to grand scale. Like, how would the infrastructure be supported on something like this? There's always got to be some kind of infrastructure.
Well, the other half of what I'm trying to say is that's only if you're using industry as your driving force to build infrastructure. So
I'm just saying industry is a part of it regardless or not.
Industry is a part of it when I'm using what I use as comparative measures to tell you if I have hats and you have this, right? But I'm saying if you take all that away, industry doesn't even matter, and it goes back to just raw minerals, resources, and so forth and so on. And you're not thinking about factories and factory workers and all these different things. I know that sounds crazy, but like you don't really need any of that.
I know people they're not complacent enough to take away anything.
How many pairs of shoes do you own?
Really not a lot. Maybe like 5, 6.
And that's still a lot.
Well, it's a lot, but they're all for specific things for the most part.
But we actually don't even need shoes.
But my feet do.
No, we actually don't need shoes. We only need shoes because concrete was built.
No, because there's even like gravel and rough terrain.
In the woods?
Yeah, I mean, mind you, if I was back and my feet built up to that since birth,
this is what I'm trying to say. This is a.
Yeah, you're talking about bringing it back to the roots of things, which I get.
And you're talking about
there's too many
how could we use it in the industry, and I'm saying industry is the poison.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is that none of this shit will be around if we don't have that.
We don't need any of this.
I know that. You can say that about anything. We don't need anything except for what can be supplied to us versus using our hands without power and so forth, right? But what I'm telling you is that shit will never go back that way unless you eradicate like 90-something% of the population. There's just too many people. You know what's going to start happening? Tribal wars, resources. You know what I'm saying?
We're headed there now.
Well, I mean, if it gets there, it gets there.
It's going to be a world.
There's actually games that are like this that don't have money, like Path of Exile. It's like a Diablo-ish type game. But it doesn't have, you don't make money in there in that sense. Like you trade for other things, that make other things.
It's all fictitious.
Right.
Like the idea that even with the PayPal thing.
I don't want it to go back natural though. I like having computers and shit and video games and all blah 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 blah. I know I don't need it. I definitely don't need it because there was a time where I didn't have any of it.
Right. But we're just theorizing with the barter system. And I mean, even as far as building a computer is concerned, there's somewhere where you can get all these pieces without having to pay for anything.
You know what's fucked up, right? If we didn't have... Sorry, now I'm trying to talk with a mouthful. If we didn't have trade and business on a global scale, I think it's always better, unless there's a specific resource you need, where it starts getting tricky. But as far as everything else, if you have it here and you can do it, if everything was here localized, that's pretty much the same thing that would happen with what you're saying. Instead of having one factory that produces 1 million of something a year, each little pocket of civilization would develop eventually somebody that would supply that village.
That's what I'm saying. And then that village affects this village, that village affects this. There's always going to be a guy at the top of the mountain somewhere that's like, nah, I need to control all this.
Well, but no, what I'm saying, though, is that in itself, though, even with people running their own shit, still forms an infrastructure. It eventually gets so large that it needs some kind of organization to keep everything.
Organization I agree.
But the organization and infrastructure are pretty much the same
But
thing.
we were talking about systemic, like a systemic. Like
Well,
a system.
yeah, because again, I was thinking of maintaining what we have and mass producing that. Like, how would these things still get accomplished? Who's making the toilet paper that we're wiping our asses with? Who's going to be making this? The detergent to wash your clothes or whatever the case.
Yeah.
So if you're talking about bringing it back to where you're scrubbing your shit in a stream on a board,
Right.
You know what I'm saying, and you're using natural things that are soaps. I don't know how.
That's
the fuck
not
you even do
appealing
that.
to you, right?
No, just because I know life doesn't have to be like that.
But it's harder now. When you really think, just because you got a couple games,
but at the end of the day, though, what's
food you like to eat?
But what's in my eyes, what's a more full life, right? Just living, just within that, that must-need scenario of finding food somehow, keeping warm, protecting your loved ones. You know what I'm saying? That's what it really boils down to. So you're bringing it back down to natural animal level of a lion. What does a lion do, right? The female lion, she's an intricate part of the family. She goes out and hunts, brings it back, also keeps, helps keep it tight, while the dude with the big mane chills at the top of the circle, right? But it really boils down for three things is all you really need. And that's sustenance, shelter, and I say, maybe companionship, to need to procreate and so forth. I would think that's the three pillars.
Right.
So yeah, at the end of the day, if I don't know no better, and that's what it is. But that's what it is. It's that same circle. There's nothing else that's ever needed in between.
Free though.
Right. Which I get. I understand completely. Right. But some things are worth sacrificing. If you enjoy something, could be worth sacrificing your time for.
But this shaves time off of your lifespan.
Well, certainly. But do I want to live a boring, basic, long life, or do I want to have it packed with things that I really enjoy in a shorter period of time? He who burns twice as bright burns twice as short. Like, I get it, but I was the brightest flame out of all of them for that time frame. You know what I'm saying? It depends on what's important to you.
Yep. I agree.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
overstand.
Right.
I think
a
statement like whatchamacallit, you live until you die, or rather, or no, how's the fucking statement go? Where it's like, it's better to
have lived.
It's better, if you're gonna die, pretty much what it boils down to, if you're gonna die, you can either die long and boring as shit, and, never taking any risks, or you can, burn half as bright or half twice the life or whatever in a short period of time. It was Snoopy and Charlie Brown said it. Charlie said something like, you'll die if you don't live. Can't remember, man. It's Snoopy just dropped the wisdom on him, and he was like, no. He's like, every day you live. I can't remember. Oh, he said, what was it? For the rest of your life? I can't remember. I can't fucking remember. I don't know if it's that someone wrote it in there or, Charlie and Snoopy really said the shit, though.
But I definitely get what you're saying as far as, like, what can be considered a mundane life versus this life of all this fantasy and fantastical stuff.
Oh yeah, I mean we could be sitting around a fire right now exchanging stories and be complacent with that. But
the thing about it is we can only look at that as complacent and boring because we have this.
I'm not saying it's boring. That would be boring.
You said it was boring.
No, I'm saying I'd be complacent. Like if
you
that's
said
what
that
I
life
have.
was boring.
Oh, eventually, I feel like I would want more.
But you'd have to know there's more.
Mind you, I don't have to know there's more.
No?
I can just
want more?
I can question it. Like there's got to be more to life than this.
Do you do that with life?
That's like
now?
how every story gets started in like Disney.
True, but do you do that? It is. But do you believe that now?
That life can be better than what it is?
Like, do you hit that?
Yeah.
So there's no difference.
No, yeah,
so
no.
even when you have it all,
I get that. The difference is I have blah in the meantime,
but even when but even when you have it all, it's not enough.
Oh, I know that. I know that. Mind you, I'm not that naive.
You guys think Charlie Brown was depressed?
Hell, that whole Peanut gang was depressed.
Yeah.
Nah, because it says it
Niggas
right here.
carrying around a blanket.
Dude was
niggas
mad dirty.
He said.
Dude was already bald and he was
one chick.
He was bald and he was a kid.
It says Charlie Brown is a model neurotic. He is prone to depression and anxiety and paralyzing fits of overanalysis.
Who does
overanalysis. Yeah. It's crazy.
Who does all that thinking for
a
Charlie
cartoon,
Brown?
yeah, for kids.
You know, the crazy thing is that's something that somebody does for their trade-based system. No.
I'm done.
Okay.
Thanks.
I don't know all that. I'll read that later and find out for you. Let me see. No, we're good there. Okay. Oh, I know what that is.
Bebel said that Trump's winning him over, even though he hates him.
Win who over?
Bebel, remember Bebel?
Oh yeah. What up? That's funny. Motherfuckers.
He said Trump's winning him over.
What are we working with here? What do we do? All right, so this is where we get to the point where we either would do a prank call or two, or we'll do on the spot. And we'll call somebody and get their opinion. We'll just drop a random on them. We'll see if, you know what, we'll find out if they're a Trump supporter, and then I'm going to write a lightning round.
Ooh.
So who do you think is someone that would that
be
would
a Trump supporter?
Yeah, that would be.
I don't know.
Support or not support Trump, and especially with all this shit that's going on right now.
It would like call your boss.
You definitely can call.
Call your boss, anybody's boss. It's like
Mike has an opinion on Trump and all this.
Let's say.
I don't know anybody that's a Trump support. I know one person, but I don't have his number.
I know somebody. Let me see. I just don't know if they're available to talk right now.
watching the show like, don't do it. Don't do it.
Let's see. Let me see here. Let's see if he'll actually answer. I don't know if his number is the same. I haven't called him in a while. We just talk on the internet now. Because life's so much more convenient than it would be if we didn't have any of this stuff. You know what I mean?
This shit's a headache.
I want to say
a lot of it is, but
for anybody who wants to quit smoking.
you gotta remember though, like your theory works the same way on the negative tip also. So it's not like life would be all peaches and cream just because you didn't need any of this shit because you didn't even know it existed or whatever. You had the bare essentials, right? But there's also shitty weather that destroys crops, getting fucking almost killed, or getting killed by a wild grizzly bear, getting sick and not having any medicine to cure, like your wife or whoever. The people still got sick back in the day without the influence of all the diseases that came afterwards. You know what I'm saying,
Frank?
So, or it's just some kind of.
All right, way too much shit.
Don't hang on just sick then. I'm just saying in general.
You love technology so much that you said, "Nah, we not going back to that." Because damn well with all the information you have.
Guess what? If we were back in those days, Frank will be the only one with like a cardboard with a fake computer. Like, yo, I'm going on the internet today. He'll have it all drawn out. He'll be like, put his hand in there, like, yeah, it's internet shit.
Nah, that'd be way too determined. My family would be dying of starvation because I'm trying to make a fake computer.
I'm building a computer, you damn brats. And I'm like, yo, what's wrong with you?
Let me see. Let me see if I call him here. I'm not sure if he has the same fucking number. But I know, generally speaking, he a boss. So, and he's going to see a 413 number. I'm hoping he answers. Let's see if this is...
You say he's a Trump supporter?
I believe he does. He's a good dude, but I believe he supports Trump.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, shit. Answer, you prick. I don't think he's going to answer.
He's watching.
No. I think he's busy.
Busy being a boss.
Thank you for calling the wireless zone of...
Yeah, that sounds like it still is him. I'm going to leave a message.
Your call as soon as possible. Thank you.
The mailbox is full and cannot accept any messages at this time.
God damn it.
That's funny. He ain't checking his messages.
No, you son of a bitch.
Real bosses don't check their messages.
Who else do I think is a...
messages check themselves.
Who else do I think is a Trump supporter? I can probably just go on my timeline and find somebody.
You could just call somebody at school, too, and ask the principal.
That's a weird suggestion. I'm not saying even saying it's a bad one. That's just weird.
Anybody at school and just be like, hey, are you a Trump supporter? Yeah. I'm like, yeah. And just go in right from there. That's it.
Oh, I should call Artie Rob just for the hell. Yeah, you know what? Let's call Artie real quick, see if he answers.
Yeah.
Hello.
It's my man Artie. What's good?
What's good? Who's this?
You don't know who this is?
No, I don't have my glasses on. I can't even see with my screen.
It's the funniest ghetto white dude you know who runs a podcast.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know your voice now. Yeah, what's going on, Playboy?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good, man. How's the baby and wife, man?
It's kids, and the wife's doing great.
Yeah, I know. You were feeling well last week, I think, and you said you were going to do the podcast or something last week.
Yeah, you nailed it.
Yeah.
So we're actually live right now.
Oh, dope. What's going on?
What's going on? I figured I'd give you a call because we have this moment where we do on the spot. So,
okay.
We wanted to put you on the spot. I knew you'd be worth having on the spot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you about a particular topic, and then at the end of it, we're going to do a speed round if you're cool, if you got a minute on you.
Okay, cool.
All right, so we're talking about this whole Trump shit that's going down. Do you pay attention to any of that stuff?
All the time.
All right, so, there's the media portion of it that's being glorified that Trump's a piece of shit, and then there's an undertone, of following people that, supposedly are in the know that are saying that Iranians are actually celebrating because the dude was a major dickhead and deserved what he got.
Mm-hmm.
So my question is his style of being a president and so forth. Are you a scenario of you just can't stand the guy, you fully support him? Do you understand you don't have to like him, but as long as he's making the right decisions, so forth and so forth? What's your standpoint on him?
Oh, my standpoint is I think he's the worst president ever. He's the least transparent president ever in my lifetime. He's the lyingest president lyingest person, not even a president, lyingest person I've ever experienced. I just think for a person, if you have nothing to hide, he goes to the extreme to make sure that nothing gets out. So I find that odd. Usually when you have nothing to hide, you don't hide anything.
Right. I can feel you on that.
Doing a terrible job.
But now let me ask you this, though. When you have situations like where it's like the media is kind of trying to paint him especially bad on something when he actually did a good thing. I mean, are you believe at least are you to the point where you're like, hey, I don't like the dude himself, but I'm willing to at least find out and not just take blind value or face value for things that are described?
You're talking about on this particular issue now? You're talking about him killing that guy?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, first of all, I don't know if it's a good or bad decision, but my personal opinion is that he should have checked with everybody else, because what he did basically was kind of screw everybody who was over there, no heads up, so they're in danger. I also think that we had alliances, or we had Iran contained with the nuclear stuff, and now they just say, well, they're not even going to be part of that deal no more. We're going to make as much uranium and much stuff as we want to. I just think he just do rogue shit, man, and everything he does seems to benefit Russia or the Saudis or something. It doesn't have shit to do with us. I don't know.
I feel you.
That's my opinion.
Yeah, I can't really disagree with that. The only reason why I really ask is I've never been a Trump supporter myself, but I was always under the, hey, dude is our president. I'm going to at least wish him the best rather than, the worst, because I may be affected by that.
Correct. I too started out that way, let me get a guy a chance, but I mean, I follow politics very closely. I mean, I spend a lot of time watching this stuff, and I'm a pretty what do you call it? I got critical thinking skills, and I got good common sense, and I've just never seen anything like this in my life. I've never seen anybody obstruct justice and do. I mean, if you ain't got nothing to hide, why you hiding so much?
Well, this
That's
is
all I got.
I will say this too. Artie can say he's old as shit, so he's had the time
to see this. I feel you.
You know what I mean? I was like, fuck you, man.
You don't stand for nothing, man.
Well,
I mean, I look at him like he's soulless. He doesn't stand for anything.
But then you hear about shit, though. I heard about this shit the other day. I can't remember what influential black person was saying it, because, it's it seems to always be that what they try to display in support of Trump. But they were saying back in the 80s, Trump had these two, I don't know if it was two black dudes that were doing a business together or were doing their own gigs, but they came to him asking for a loan, right? And this is, mind you, this is off camera. He wasn't a part of no show, nothing like this. And he gave them what what they needed to get their company started. And when they went to go pay him back, he was like, "Nah, we're good." And he didn't. I don't. Shit wasn't on camera. Like he didn't get anything out of it publicity wise. But I also don't think it's the same Trump that maybe could be existed back in the '80s either, compared to where he's at. I think he turned into a megalomaniac. You know what I mean?
I think personally he's a Trojan horse, bro.
No,
I believe that
everything
too.
he's done, it has benefited Russia. Now there's something called Zygus. It's a video. It's called Zygus. Yeah, right. And it basically predicted that the only way this country can get jammed up, basically, is we take an elitist attitude and then we get rid of all our allies and stuff. We isolate ourselves, and then other countries are going to gang up on us and take over. And that seems to be what's happening. I mean, you got China, Russia, and Iran,
North Korea.
They're all doing nuclear. They're doing nuclear exercises. He's basically giving Putin everything he wanted, man. And I just find he's like a Trojan horse, man. I'm telling you. To me.
You know what? The one thing, though, and maybe this may change in the future, but there's one reason, unless we start just launching missiles on everybody, that I don't believe anything's going to happen to us, is because our economy is so intertwined with others' economies as well, that if we crash, they crash too.
Yeah, so one.
And that may be a fact, but
that's how you know
the
it's
way
bullshit.
Trump is
Right.
doing.
That's how you know it's bullshit. Because at the end of the day, no one wants that static.
If we're fucked, everyone's fucked.
Right. So until they can separate that.
Yeah, but the way things are going with China and these other countries, they're starting to be. They kind of start to dominate the market, man. Like we owe them so much. There's so much stuff going on.
They do, but China
do it that way.
China's even in kind of a recession. They like the whole the whole auto game was down by like almost 4 million vehicles worldwide, and a majority of that's due to China. Because like my dealership didn't really experience a slowdown, and a lot of us in America didn't necessarily get too. I'm not saying sales weren't down at all in general in America, but that was primarily due to their because they got to a point where they've grown so exponentially that they have to have bursts and so forth themselves, which their markets have had. But when that happens, like we're affected by it the same too. Like that's kind of the double-edged sword. They're not just depending on us; we're also depending on them, and that's why all this shit.
Right, I'll agree with that.
I think what all this really is. This is my personal belief. I believe that all of this boils down to weapon contractors, and them needing to move product. If no one's fighting, no product is being needed. It gets stockpiled. They don't buy new shit.
That's true.
So what do you do? What do you do as a weapons contractor? You anywhere that you get the chance to poke the bear, you're taking advantage of it.
So you think the weapons will be Russian?
I think they're both. I think you got the Carlyle Group and shit like that.
Carlyle Group.
I mean, the people, the 2% that run this country. Need conflict and war, and they're the biggest arms dealers on the planet, as far as I'm concerned.
You know what's funny?
But as far as this particular,
do you just quick fact here? Did you know that Bush Sr. was the head spokesman of the Carlyle Group for quite a few years?
Oh yeah, Bush Sr. was a monster. He was something else.
No, that dude.
But I mean, I just know this. This is how I feel about politics in general and Trump and everything. I just know that there's going to be some more cheating going on this time around, okay, like there was last time. And there's no way 95% of the country can vote for somebody and then they sneak by with some bullshit electoral vote shit, okay? Yeah. They need to get rid of that, if you ask me, because every time the Republicans win, it's always through electoral college and there's always some controversy around it. There's never been a clean election, damn, that I can remember, maybe except for Reagan.
Yeah, the only problem, though, is I don't think the vote itself is good in the people's hands completely. Like I think we need delegates.
Well, I mean, it can't be in the hands of some small little states that don't represent the entire population.
Well, I'm saying too, like you got to think about it though. Like the person that ideals or whatever plans and so forth that work in, like let's say Mississippi, isn't necessarily the best for mass. So when you get a lot of people down there that are kind of, if it's left to just the people. I don't know. I've seen people not know a goddamn thing about what they're talking about and yet go vote for, like, why are you voting for Trump?
Right.
Because he's going to make America great again. And why is that? Because he said it. It's like, you're voting?
There's a lot of that. If you ask a lot of Trump supporters about any of the stuff that's come out, they haven't even read any of it. They don't care. They just do whatever. But my point, again, that every time the Republicans win, and I'm 60 years old, bro, and I've seen a lot of elections. Every time the Republicans win, it's always through electoral college, never the popular vote. I think with the exception of Reagan. And then it's always some controversy, man.
Right.
There's always some cheating going on and some shit that's ridiculous. And then they were gerrymandering the maps, and they were doing all kind of shit, man. It allowed Republicans to have an advantage. I just think it's bullshit.
I say Libertarian Party 2020.
Call in, Mike. Let's see what you think about this.
I don't know. All I know is if this guy gets elected again, I'm moving out the country.
All right. I can't argue with
I'm
you.
not even lying. I'm moving. I'm not even gonna lie.
South Africa, somewhere.
So what you got going on these days?
Man, I'm just out here working, man, steadily, man. I thank God that I've been always busy. I'm about to head to Florida on Friday until Monday and work. I got some dates down in Atlanta coming up and Charlotte.
Nice.
Just I've just been working, bro. And I'm happy about that. My calendar seems to be doing quite well over the last year or so. I got this TV pilot, which they're still shopping for me.
Nice.
I'm trying to get some sponsors because I don't have any followers.
Nah.
And that seems to be the game now.
Oh yeah.
But no, man, I'm just out here doing my best comedy life, man, and enjoying myself and making a little change, man. So things are going good, man. I can't complain with the comedy.
Glad to hear that, man. Glad to hear that for real. All right, so we're gonna do our lightning round. All right, so I'm gonna say one word or whatever, one thing, and then you just fire off the first thing that comes to mind. It can be just a single word response. You know what I'm saying? All right,
yeah.
You ready? All right. First one's crack rock.
All right, recovery.
2 is Jordans.
Don't fuck with them.
All right, 3 is Chinese food.
Eggs for young.
Yeah, I know you love that shit. Number 4 is condoms.
Use them.
5 is knee pads.
Use them.
Don't need them.
6 is Trump.
Huh?
6 is Trump.
Oh, piece of shit.
And then 7's 2020.
Oh, good year, man. Things are happening.
And I think Trump needs a knee pad.
Yeah, he do. He got up there. Trust me.
Nice. I would believe that definitely, sincerely. Good looks, man. I appreciate you answering, man. Thanks for being a part of our little topic of discussion. And much success to you, man.
Fam.
We got to have you back
bro.
up.
All
right, man. Cool. Be easy, brother. All right, that was Artie Robb. Artie's the man. Artie's a funny dude. We've had him on the show once or twice.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and it was funny because the first time we had him, he bought Chinese food. Oh, all right. So, I'm going to go through this whole thing and figure out where that chord's coming from. I still got a feeling it's that right there. But I'll figure it out because that shit's driving me nuts. All right, so any last shout-outs you guys want to give before we wrap things up here?
No.
How about you there, Lo?
Stay focused, peace, love, and light.
Yeah, everyone stay healthy.
Yes.
2020, baby.
The flu's going around, stomach bugs, all that.
Oh, you sick motherfuckers.
People are catching the shits.
I'm good right now.
Oh.
People are catching the shits. Last time Frank said he had a bug or something, and he sneezed in here, and now everybody's sharding.
I didn't have no shits. I don't know what you developed.
I sharded when I wasn't sick.
There was no sickness involved.
Not at
that
all.
was just leaky plumbing. You know what I'm saying?
Ugh.
All right. All right, so with that said, we're getting the fuck out of here. You guys have yourself an excellent Friday. We will be back next Thursday for more fun and fresh and dopeness, right? Fair to say?
Yes, sir.
All right, fuck yeah. We're going to be out this bitch. Y'all have a good night or good day.
Peace.
Bye.
Good night.
Lucas. You calling my phone when you wanna link up, feel my head, you just want me to hear you out. You try coming home, your parents parents don't want nothing to do with you, went ahead and kicked you out. You feel so alone, it's 4 in the morning, you sipping and crying your feelings out. Your heart bleeding gone, you feel so depressed, but don't worry, I'm here, I'm gonna help you out. It's about 5 o'clock and you here fighting, trying to be something you not. You love me like crazy, you show it a lie, and I can't get enough touching up on your spot. I got you so horny, you grip on my hair, you look me in the eyes, you just sit there and stare. This game that we play, you say you never fit. In connections we made, we continue to share. I tell you this now cause you're blind of it all. I could tell that you hurt anytime you could call. I remind you of such of what happens at times. You don't care about no feelings, say I'm always lying. One time I lost you, told you I want you back, but the second, third, I was not going back. Now you calling and crying, you tripping on fact, doing drugs and to think you would never do that. You calling my phone, you wanna link up, feel my hair, you just want me to hear you out. You try coming home, your parents don't want nothing to do with you, went ahead and kick you out. You feel so alone, it's 4 in the morning, you sipping and crying your feelings out. Your heart bleeding gone, you feel so depressed, but don't worry, I'm here, I'm gonna help you out.
I feel so alone, I wanna go home. My mama don't want me inside the house. Don't know where to go, my heart feeling cold. On this lonely road, no way, no how. You said that you got me, I need you. I am human, yes I bleed too. Find a way, yes I need to. Find a way, cause I need you.
I'm drowning and drowning and drowning in pain. Heart in the mud, laying down in the rain. Come back to life crawling out of my grave. Hold the light up to a mountain of shade. Friends and family getting cloud off my name. Burned all my bridges, my house is in flames. Don't know where I'm going, but I'm on my way.
You calling my phone. You try coming home. You feel so alone. Your heart bleeding gone.